Hello, and welcome back to our Japanese 1890 campaign, Rise of the Dragon. I hope that everyone out there had a fun and safe and warm holiday. I hope you all got exactly what you wanted. And we're going to jump right back into our little war here with Russia. During the last episode, we sank a couple battleships. We couldn't find the enemy carriers because apparently the carriers just retreated right back into port. So there's that. Now, to do a little bit of upkeep before we start here, something I was thinking about over the holiday was that I wanted to get rid of our coastal fortifications. We saw during that battle over near our home island, was it was it Sasebo? We had an enemy cruiser that sailed right past some of our batteries, and the batteries just didn't do anything to them. They're just not competitive anymore. It's almost 1950. So let's just go ahead and get rid of them to save on the maintenance. And hopefully, I don't know how much it'll give us. Looks like we have quite a few fortifications. That might be close to 1,000 or so. Maybe not quite that much, but we'll see. So 7123, scrap. 7123, that was about 1,000 actually. Well, 1,200 almost. Actually, more than 1,200. Okay, that's kind of cool. We also had MTB squadrons. They didn't really do anything either, although, to be honest, they're all down in Borneo, so we haven't actually had those involved in anything. There's a few more batteries we can get rid of. Scrap those. We'll scrap these. And we'll scrap these. Now, the maintenance on MTB squadrons is 36 versus the 18, so it's about double what the 6-inch batteries were. So what I'm kind of wanting to do, even though the war with Russia is like this, it'll be over before the MTBs are finished. I kind of wanted to build an MTB for Northeast Asia, just for the fighting up in here. I mean, I don't anticipate we'll ever fight China again. They're just not going to go to war with us. And, we already have one down here in Borneo. So maybe just one for the home islands. Well, one set, that is. So we'll build MTB squadrons. I feel like these are outdated as well. Actually, you know what? Yeah, those are MTB squadrons are pretty outdated. They don't do anything that our torpedo ships can't do. And I've never seen MTBs actually be effective at anything ever for any reason. All right. Anyhow, let's go ahead and save the game. We managed to cut about 1,400 off the monthly balance as far as the upkeep for all those guns. And that means we can just build more airfields somewhere if we really want to. But at the moment, we're pretty much fine. We're just working on the one here in Northern Korea. And we'll take a look at that real quick. Airbase, Gensen. It's being worked on. Looks like a couple more months. All right, let us push the button and see if we get another fight. Intercepted a raider. Rather than auto-resolve that and lose our corvette, we're going to try to run away. The objective is to damage it, but that's probably not very likely, considering it's a corvette. So we're going to run away at 24 knots. It's not going to be nearly fast enough. So we could run away to, well, I guess we don't have any bases here. I think these are, this is like Iwo Jima. It'd be kind of cool if we could have ports there. All right, yep, we're just running away. I don't know if that counts as an intercept or not. We'll go south, and we'll make for Guam. Funny enough, it doesn't even show those as being viable ports to go to, probably because the fight is taking place in Northeast Asia. So yeah, it doesn't show you anything else as being viable ports to go to. But hopefully that counts as an intercept and a little bit less rating. All right, our new dive bomber is ready to go. Our medium bombers are getting old, so let's go ahead and request new medium bombers. Those do play an important role in our overall strategy here. So we'll go for speed, so they get there, and we'll go for bomb load. So if they do hit something, it'll hopefully hurt. We sank an enemy submarine. So we sank 7 enemy merchants, and we sank an enemy submarine. We lost 1 friendly merchant. And then radar activity, we lost 2 friendly merchants. So 3 versus 7. We'll take that. And then rewatching one of the episodes, something I did notice was that I think I put this Suma on trade protection for India Ocean, but it was being repaired. So we're going to do this one for trade protection. In the Tones, I think I want this one to be a raider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it, because it's not playing much of a... Oh, what did I just do to it? Oh, I put it on foreign station. I didn't mean to do that. It's not playing like a big role in our battles, not within Myoko's here. So we're going to send it to the Indian Ocean, and once it gets there, we'll set it for raid status. Check our construction queue here. We got some Arashis. Basically, that's about the only thing that'll be built anytime soon. We're just spending money. We want to get our cash below 200,000 if we can. In fact, we could build, well, we probably have enough Arashis. Let's wait a bit and see if we can unlock the 3,500 ton destroyers. All right, battleship engagement. Let's go for it. Might be a big one. Oh, they couldn't challenge us. Whenever it takes a second to load like that, it's usually a bigger battle, in my opinion, in my experience. Like this. It's loading up a lot of ships. Oh, there it is. I don't know why it does that, where it like, okay. Well, this might be a chance to finally catch those enemy carriers. We'll attack enemy ships in general. Looks like dawn has just arrived, so this should be really good for having a nice long battle. It looks like we're going southwest. All right, let's send out some scouts. We'll start there. All right, now we want to make sure that we catch them this time. So 250 miles, we'll do maximum combat air patrol. We'll do two-phase search, which I was reminded by Tarok that I was forgetting to do two-phase search, and that might be a reason why I can't catch enemy carriers. All right, here we go. Let's launch those. Get everything ready to go. And then once we make contact, I can start setting up my formations and whatnot. All right, so all of our stuff has been spotted by enemy aircraft somehow. Kind of weird. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to set our carriers. Is this the first carrier division? Let me see here. We'll check our order of battle. There it is. That's the first carrier division. All right, so what we'll do is we'll set that to max speed. We'll start moving it sort of towards in the general direction of home. We'll keep close to home if we can. And then the Amagi will do the same thing. And the Zoikaku will do the same thing. We'll set all of these destroyers to AI control, so we don't have to worry about microing them. These are all the escorts for the carriers. Give them a nice anti-air screen and anti-ship screen. All right, cool. And if we can keep them kind of close together, that'd be nice as well. Then we have a scouting force out here. We'll get these ready for battle. These are our Myokos. We're gonna pull those. Oh, for some, I didn't mean to do that. What am I doing? Okay, Myokos are gonna move back sort of towards the main fleet a little bit. Here's the battle division. Why am I doing that? I want to do that, but not with these ships. There we go. We'll go AI control with the cruisers and AI control with those destroyers. They'll add their AA power to my battleships because we're getting spotted by aircraft already. I don't know how that's even possible, but it is a thing. Okay. So we're all set to begin the battle. And let's, oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Let's start getting some strikes ready to go. Ready some strikes. Ready and ready. Oops. Okay. They're preparing. So as soon as we get sight of potential aircraft carriers, all right, all my carriers are turning into the wind. Some of them are at least. All right, looks like we have potential battleships. Let's pull these destroyers back. We'll get the Myokos ready. We'll bring the battleships down. And this destroyer force is gonna, I think we're gonna go this way and see if we can't slip around and go hunt for some carriers. In fact, I would like to do that with the Myokos as well. Can I launch torpedoes at this long range? I can. Just some speculative torpedo fire. Still no reports, but our scouts are only out to about here, although we're getting a report of something here. Those are potential, okay, those are the potential carriers. Are our strikes ready to go? They're not ready yet. So we're going to be waiting for a little while. All right, let's get our carriers turned to the east again. And once our airstrikes are ready, we might just go straight for that down there. Our torpedoes are looking okay. Well, maybe not quite, but we do want to keep in contact if we can. All right, let's send the cruisers down that way because it looks like the enemy fleet is going east. So we can maybe cut down through there and look for carriers. Yeah, we are getting reports of carriers. All right, so let's delete all these reports. We know where that is. It's down here. And see if we can't. We know that the carriers will have escorts with them. So just destroyers on their own probably won't do all that much. Then we're getting reports again. All right, how do our strikes look? All right, so let's select ready. Okay, select ready. We're going to go for those carriers down there, I guess. We'll launch a strike. We'll coordinate it. First carrier division, select ready, launch strike, and fourth carrier division. We're going for it. There we go. Where are our bungos at? Here they are. All right, let's get them involved. These things here, oh, they're reloaded. Okay, we'll fire off some torps if we can. So we're scoring 17-inch hits on their battle cruisers, if those are battle cruisers. More 17-inch hits. And more, oh boy, we are pummeling them. I wonder what kind of fire control they have on these. Because we're using the newest. We got the we went through all the effort to upgrade to the electro-optical. All right, is this one reloaded? It's not yet, but we can launch some torpedoes from here probably. We can. Let's get this into a line ahead formation. Hey, we hit him with the torpedo. That is, boy, this is going out. This is going really well for us. Let's just wait and see what terrible thing happens to us. Because it always seems like something bad happens during one of these battles. All right, they are turning away. It's going to make torpedoing a little bit tougher. These are combat air patrols. There's a strike. All right, our strikes are taking off now. I don't know. It's a lot of combat air patrol. That's fine. Our airstrike going in there is going to have minimal fighter cover. I think we only had about one squadron that wasn't on combat air patrol. All right, let's turn the bungos because they do have destroyers. Let's turn the fleet back to this way, and maybe that'll give us a chance to dodge any incoming torpedo waves. Again, we don't want to sail in a straight line for too long. Oh, what's this? All right. Looks like there's a strike coming in. We've shot down some stuff. Let's try to get our carriers closer together if we can. That way we can concentrate all of that firepower. I mean, most of it's just destroyers, but every little bit helps. And now we're in chase mode with our bungos, but that's why we designed them this way with the all forward guns. Yeah, we'll detach it. And it's slow enough that we can send it home. It's 25 knots. All right, what is all this? These are our strikes going out. Hopefully the enemy carriers are still in the same general direction. So this is Division 35. Is that this one over here? 6. Where's 35? 34. This is 7. Where the heck is 35? Is it up here? Hang on. I know how we can do this. Division 35. You know, I don't quite see it. I see, start at the top, I guess. 34. Division 33. Um, oh well. You know, when they start dropping bombs, I guess we'll find out, huh? All right, so one of our bungos just took a hit on the turret from a 6-inch gun. All right. Oh, so they're bombing our aircraft carriers. Well, we've damaged some aircraft. We've scored a battleship bomb hit. It's not exactly what we're going for here. We wanted to go for the aircraft carriers. Well, either way, we're doing some damage. And the further south we go with our ships, the better the odds of spotting carriers. Then once we have actual, like, line of sight, visual contact with this stuff, it's not going to be able to get away from us. Trading. Oh, okay. Allegedly, we're hitting carriers down here. Allegedly, we're getting 3 carrier bomb hits. Well, that's good if it's true. We're getting shot down. We're shooting down stuff. Yep, this is the air war. Air war. In fact, let's pull this destroyer squadron over here to help. Oh, we hit something with a torpedo. Oh, that must have been an airstrike because we haven't been launching torpedoes. All right, it appears that things are going to the right, so east. So that's where we're going to start drifting with our forward units here. Bring the bungo in, like nose in, to avoid potential destroyer torpedoes. I don't know what all these explosions are over here. All right, let's try to get our aircraft carriers together. Nope, we want you to go this way. And we're going to go ahead and start readying up some strikes. We don't have a whole lot of stuff that's not ready. Or we don't have a whole lot of stuff that, like, isn't already out doing things. Let's check with the 2nd Carrier Division. Can we auto-ready? There are some dive bombers. We're going to ready those. 15. It's a handful of torpedo bombers. So we're going to hold off on that for now. I wanted to do a follow-up strike once we get visual confirmation. All right, we're getting some torpedo bomber hits in, probably down here. That's either on the carriers or their escorts, perhaps. There's so much going on over here that we can't keep track of it all. But they're attacking our carriers, we're attacking theirs. Okay, the bungos need to get rid of this northern clump of ships if we can. Apparently, we're still just bombing the heck out of their battle cruisers and whatnot. That one there looks like it's pretty much crippled. It's moving so slow. And this one here is also, I can't tell how fast it's moving, but it's not very speedy. And we see a lot of our airstrikes are returning. So we'll be able to ready something up here not too much longer. Let's go ahead and get rid of these reports to clean up the map. And here we go. This destroyer is getting real close. Let's fire torpedoes into their battle cruiser if we can. And then break off. We're losing aircraft and they're losing aircraft. All right. Turn those destroyers in. We'll shift the bungos south. They have a lot of combat air patrol. They're attacking our dive bombers. But hopefully they won't be able to stop them. It looks like we threaded the battle cruiser there. So we'll put these on normal control for the moment. And we'll see if we can't finish off these battle cruisers. All right, I mean, if there are ships here, allegedly, then we can turn into them. All right, let's fire off our rear uh, destroyer at that cruiser up there. And the forward destroyer will go for the battle cruiser. And we'll try to finish off this destroyer. Meanwhile, all right, let's check and see how our strikes are looking. Have we recovered enough aircraft? Not quite. Let's give it a little while longer to recover the aircraft. Get the Zuikaku over here closer to this big old clump of stuff. These are land-based aircraft. There's there's a carrier. Excellent. That's good. That's really good, actually. Let's fire off some torpedoes at them. This might be our last set of torpedoes because the lead ship hasn't reloaded yet. It's been a little while. This might be more carriers. So if our Myokos can get in there, that would be pretty good. If our Bungos can get in there, that'd be even better. All right, we are finishing off these ships up here. Looks like they might have battleships escorting their carrier divisions. Yeah, we are not fooling around this time. All right, let's send everything south-ish, souther. And that way, whenever we're ready to launch our airstrikes, they'll be a little bit closer to the enemy ships. Oh boy, that battleship is resolved into a light carrier. How great would that be if we could catch them? I mean, if we could sink a couple of carriers here, that would be yummy. Let's see if we can't finish off that destroyer. Go all the way to our rear. So the reason why I like to use our rearmost ships for this is because when we're chasing an enemy formation, like, usually this one up front's going to get to fire first. This one will get to fire first. This one will get to, well, second, third, etc. The ones in the rear sometimes never get to fire because of the maneuvering of the enemy ships. So we'll make use of them while we can. How's this thing here doing? Oh, it's okay. It's just lost speed is all. Like it just needs to go home. All right, let us see if we can ready up a strike. We can. All right, we will ready strike. We will ready strike. And ready strike. And then when those are ready, we're going to see if we can't launch them at the enemy carriers. Oh boy, our bungos are in range. We just hit one of their carrier. We just hit their carrier with a 17-inch shell. That is brutal. It's beautiful. Beautiful, I say. Yeah, no more torpedoes left on that division. And we did manage to hit this one here with a torpedo. So that will take care of that. I don't imagine destroyers being able to take oxygen torpedoes very well. Or a hit from an oxygen torpedo. All right, what do we got here? Lots of destroyers. So let's change the bungo like that. Let's get these cannons involved. We're going to send them out in front as a screen. Actually, no, we'll do screen AI control. There we go. One less thing to micro. All right, let's fire off some torpedoes. We can't yet. We'll get there. Yeah, I think we've trapped most of their carrier fleet down here. This could be game-changing. This is probably the end of the war as we take the advantage in everything. Like battleships, carriers, etc., etc. Yep, we just hit the carrier with 3 17-inch shells. All right, we're going to turn the bungos in again. And how are our strikes looking? Not ready. Not ready. Okay. Probably unnecessary at this point, like considering we have them in gun range. So I might just send the carriers home. Preserve our pilots. All right, the bungo's getting real close, so let's turn again. Just zigzag, randomize our course. I thought they had 2 battle cruisers. I wonder where the other one went. Is that it right there? It is. Okay. We're just shooting their destroyers up at this point. Like just in the log there, you can just see it's just hit after hit after hit. And let's get rid of some of these reports to clean up the map. And we'll keep going. Are we still going south with our carriers? We're not really. But you know what? We'll auto select the strike. Whoop. Wait, select ready. We will target their battle cruiser and launch the strike. Oh, hang on. Okay. Launch the strike. We will select ready. We'll go for the light cruiser. Launch strike. And the Zoikaku. Select ready. Just a couple of torpedo bombers. Probably not ready. I'm probably not good enough. So let's auto select. We can't auto select a strike. You know what? The Zoikaku, it's just going to go home. It's just one ship. Yep. Let's just go home. Leave this to our our bigger carriers. Okay, can we do anything? We can fire off some torpedoes, maybe. There we go. The Myokos are getting in range now with their 10-inch guns. These destroyers down here are ready to go. We're just aiming to put some torpedoes just into this big area here. Doesn't really matter where they go because everyone's maneuvering so hard. But there's a chance we can, catch someone. All right. Our destroyers are getting shot up by this light cruiser, which is fine. We're just using these as bird dogs anyway to sort of scare the carriers and keep them maneuvering so they can't launch aircraft. And let's send the bungos this way because we did send torpedoes in this sort of arc here. All right, we just got hit by a torpedo over here from probably one of these. Boy, that Nachi has taken it's taken a torpedo in every battle it's been involved in. But it should have maximum torpedo protection. Not sure if it shows it here. So it should, survive this, even if we have to detach it again. That's just been the theme for the Nachi. We'll send it that way. Just get it out of there. Yeah, we're just cleaning up now. That battle cruiser is still a problem. I've been trying to catch it with torpedoes, but not really a thing at the moment. What if we have any torpedoes down here we could fire? Ashigara. Man, we're just it's not friendly torpedoes, it's from all these little destroyers. Okay, well, it's another one. Well, it's not flooding too bad, so let's slow down the Nachi. Let's check the flooding on the Nachi first. Yeah, it's flooding at 40, so we will slow it down to 6 knots to avoid rupturing any bulkheads. We'll send it north, and we may end up losing it. It's a pretty good flood. There's some dead carriers we're just finishing off. In the Mayoko, we just blew up a carrier with a turret hit. So every single one of these Mayokos have taken a torpedo. I guess it would help if we maneuver them, wouldn't it? All right, we're out of torpedoes in this squadron. They're attacking our merchant division. That's fine. I think their priorities are a little bit messed up, but whatever. All right. So this is one of my favorite ways to fight is to just engulf. So like the enemy's kind of concentrated here in the middle, and you probably I don't know if anyone's actually noticed, but whenever I fight, I do like to send a squadron like north and a squadron south and try to envelop them. It lets them fight from both sides of their ships at the same time, but it also channels them a little bit and keeps them on a course because typically, like if this destroyer division down here was fighting like this light cruiser would normally turn north, and just kind of run. But if there's stuff up here, it keeps it going, east-west-ish. So it not only channels them in a more predictable way, but it also maximizes the amount of guns that we get on target. Like if we were fighting in the standard way, like we'd have our destroyer division here, we'd have a destroyer division here, we'd have a destroyer division back here, and maybe not all of our guns could reach everything. But if we got, everything spread out like this in an arc, it's like if you've ever played, well, it's not only, a classic military thing, the envelopment, but if you've ever played like StarCraft or something like that, you want to maximize your arc, essentially your defensive arc or your attacking arc, because you want to get as many hits as you can on one target. So like one target here is getting surrounded by all of this stuff. That's all of this stuff hitting it at the same time, rather than being a clump here and a clump here. And the front rank can fight, the front rank can fight, but everything behind it can't. It's the same sort of theory, but with ranged weapons, basically. I wish I had RT. I wish I had his ability to draw up charts and visuals to make things a little bit more clear. His channel is fantastic, by the way. All right, let's fire off some torpedoes if we can. And we're basically out of torpedoes on all our destroyers. Our reloads are done. We can fire at this battle cruiser. How are our Myokos looking? Yeah, they seem okay. We'll go at squad max still. This battle might be over before they have a chance to flood. Then it just comes down to the RNG or whatever. That's out of torpedoes. Oh, I think I just launched with it. That's why. And it's okay. It's automatically launching torpedoes. Well, it might hit that bungo. That's what it's going to do with it anyway. So good on it. The ship here is hurting. All right, now we can send the Nachi home. Let's get our carriers moving south. And this is a long episode. We're at 50 minutes now, but I think we can all appreciate why this is such a long one. Wanted to take my time a little bit more with this battle and make sure I finally got a piece of some carriers. Yep, this battle is over. There's nothing left. They don't have anything left at sea. All right, let's send the Myokos home. They are damaged. Let's send these destroyers over here to scout. But the bungos are also going to go this way. We're going to go up that way. We're going to go up the middle here and try and finish off these ships that are left. And they have nothing. So yeah, we're just going to go home. Yep. All right. The bungos are going to go home too. They don't have anything left. Let's get rid of these reports and the map will clean up. Right there, you can see there's just nothing. This might be their last ship. Okay. So they are attacking our destroyer squadron, but that might be an escort for our carriers. Wow. Okay. How many torpedoes can one ship take? Go home. Go home. Go home. All right. Everyone should be generally going home. Let's get rid of these reports. And that's about it. So that's the destroyer squadron up here. Not because I'm afraid it won't sink, but because I would prefer to sink it faster if there it goes. And these have crashed into the shore. We're going to send those to South Korea. Busan. Just go home. Nothing more is required of you. Okay. Yeah, we're just sending everybody home. I'm kind of surprised the battle hasn't just ended with nothing left for them at sea. But they might have transports somewhere or airstrikes in the air. All right, well, you don't want to listen directions, so actually they might be recovering aircraft. Well, they say they're approaching enemy ships, but I don't know what's actually left out there. There might be some sinking ships somewhere, but we just came from down here. There shouldn't be any reports of enemy ships. Come on, go home, please. They might be recovering combat air patrol or airstrikes or something. Go up that way. Go up that way. Go that way, please. Huh. How are we still getting... These must be land-based. I don't know. Interesting. What is this? It's going to be really curious to see what the air losses look like on both sides for operational and AA and fighter and all that. Would you please go into a port? Just pick one and go. There, it's nighttime. Now you can go. Please. I want you safely in port. Is this the Nachi? It is. How's the flooding look on that? So it's down to no flooding at all. So we're gonna go ahead and go at least to cruise speed to help it get home a little bit faster, because I think even if we rupture a bulkhead, knock on wood here now, it'll probably still get home. Unknown radar contact. What is that a friendly ship? Okay. What the heck, man? They still had carriers left out there? How? Like I thought well, either way, that's fine. We're getting greedy. So we took some light damage to our battleships. Our carriers went unscathed. We took some damage to our cruisers. Everybody took a torpedo in that squadron. We took some heavily damaged destroyers, but again, we lost no destroyers, considering how recklessly we used them. We sank 2 enemy battle cruisers, 2 enemy cruisers, 2 light cruisers, a heavy cruiser, a light cruiser, and almost all of their destroyers. And it turns out they did have 2 more carriers out there. I was wondering where the airstrikes were coming from. I thought maybe land-based, but we didn't see any radar contacts. In the reports that we had, like we had ships in that area. So I think we were still getting sinking ships. We'll take a look at the map in a second. As far as losses go, we had 44 air-to-air losses. Mostly our dive bombers, which I think these are still the older dive bombers. We just finished a new dive bomber, and we haven't had a chance to replace the old ones with them yet. We lost a little bit to AA fire, and we only had 2 operational losses the entire time. For them, they lost, well, in total, we lost 50 aircraft. They lost 186. We only shot down 1 with AA fire. We didn't have very good air-to-air losses versus them, but I think that's mainly because we spent more time lingering over their fleets with our stuff than they did with us. And then they had 34 operational losses. So let's look at the map real quick. Yeah, see, these are just reports. Oh, look at them down there. That's so silly. Look at them. They're down there. Like, it's kind of weird. Yeah, all the reports were over here, and I said, these are probably sinking ships or whatever. I never thought they would. Who would have thought they would go this way? Anyhow, that's fine. They get away with 2 of their light carriers, but we sank 4 carriers in total and 2 battle cruisers. We'll take it. That's a major victory. We gained 33,000 victory points. We scored 10 torpedo hits, 10 bomb hits. We get night-capable fighters now. Now for the trade war summary, we lost no friendly merchants to submarines. We sank 9 enemy merchants. We lost 2 friendly merchants to surface raiders. We'll close that up. And we're just about an hour in now. Let's take a quick look at the almanacs and stuff and see how we're looking. So all of our carriers are good to go. Even the bungo that took damage, it was probably I think it was the lead bungo, took some light damage. It's still ready to go. I have elite crews on most of this stuff. I should have some destroyers. Yeah, some of these destroyers are in repair. My heavy cruisers, they're all in repair. They all ate. Everyone ate a torpedo for dinner. Let's zoom out a little bit here. Look at the balance of forces. Yeah, we can see that they've lost pretty much all their major surface ships. They have a couple of light carriers and 1 regular carrier left. And then we'll check on the almanac. So they're down to 2 battleships. They have 1 battle cruiser left. They have 1 carrier left and 2 light carriers. It would have been really nice to catch those light carriers, but I never really had an idea that they existed. Like I thought we caught their carrier groups, and as it turns out, we did, but we just didn't catch all of them. And we never had reports, as far as I remember, of stuff that far to the east. We had reports of stuff moving to the east, but we sent that destroyer group down south on our eastern flank to sort of wrap around, and we caught what we thought was everything moving east, but apparently some forces had already gone far enough in that direction. Either way, it's a small missed opportunity, but in total, I think that was a very good battle. I think we did really well. We're up to almost 100,000 victory points. This is well over at this point. We just need just a decent peace deal, like where we're not getting screwed, where it's like, oh, it's been compromised, whatever, compromised peace, and we'll end up with just so much reparations. It'll be, you know, off the chart. Anyway, we will save the game. And I think that's it. I'll go ahead and get this uploaded and scheduled for release tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed this one. This was a very good battle. We lost nothing in exchange for the majority of what they had left. I'll see you next time, and sail safely out there.